The Gripen E operates with a new agile architecture system, which allows the aircraft to be upgraded with new tactics and new capabilities seamlessly.
What we designed the system for is actually to be able to withstand the extreme max in terms of cold, so minus 40, minus 45.
10,000 research and manufacturing jobs could land in Canada if Ottawa adds the Swedish fighter jet to its military fleet.
We, as Saab, we are prepared to do that technology transfer to Canada and support that build-up.
The future of Arctic air power may be changing faster than many expected. What began as a controlled propulsion test inside a sealed climate chamber in Derby has grown into a wider debate about sovereignty, readiness, and the next chapter of Canada's fighter fleet. Inside the Rolls-Royce test complex, engineers recreated some of the harshest conditions found over the Canadian Arctic. Temperatures were driven down to minus 52 degrees Celsius. Wind systems simulated high-altitude airflow at 40,000 feet. The objective was simple but uncompromising: prove that a next-generation turbofan configured for Canada could start, stabilize, and deliver combat thrust after being fully cold-soaked, without external heaters or elaborate ground support. When ignition was commanded, the engine transitioned from frozen metal to stable thrust in just 93 seconds. Sensors tracked oil viscosity, combustion stability, turbine blade expansion, and fuel atomization in real time. The engine spooled up cleanly and reached operational output far faster than many analysts expected under those conditions. That 93-second figure quickly began circulating in defense circles because it represented more than a lab success. It highlighted what extreme cold readiness could look like if designed into a system from the start rather than treated as an afterthought. Comparisons inevitably followed. Aircraft powered by the F-135 engine used in the F-35 Lightning II, built by Lockheed Martin, remain highly capable across a wide range of missions. However, documented cold weather start procedures at deep sub-zero temperatures have historically required significantly longer stabilization times. In Arctic interception scenarios, minutes matter. A fighter that can generate combat thrust in under 2 minutes gains valuable time to taxi, launch, climb, and establish altitude advantage, while others are still stabilizing systems. For Canada, this is not a theoretical discussion. Arctic sovereignty depends on persistent presence. Patrols over the Arctic archipelago, monitoring activity near the Northwest Passage, and responding to unidentified aircraft all demand reliable year-round readiness. When winter temperatures push below minus 40 degrees, engine performance becomes a strategic variable. This is where the Saab JS-39 Gripen E enters the conversation. Designed by Saab, the Gripen E operates with a modular and agile systems architecture. Its design philosophy allows upgrades to tactics, sensors, and propulsion systems without requiring a full structural redesign. That flexibility becomes especially valuable when adapting to region-specific requirements like sustained Arctic operations. Instead of relying heavily on fuel preheating systems, engineers refined injector geometry to improve fuel atomization at extremely low temperatures. This reduces the risk of wax crystal formation in jet fuel, a known issue in deep cold, while minimizing additional mechanical complexity. At the same time, advanced turbine alloys were developed to withstand rapid temperature swings from minus 50 degrees on the ground to nearly 900 degrees internally during operation. These materials reduce microfracture risk and extend engine life, lowering life cycle costs over time. The result is not just a faster start. It is a propulsion package built around cold resilience from the outset. Beyond performance, the industrial implications are significant. Saab has signaled readiness to transfer technology and support domestic production if Canada expands its fleet options. Estimates suggest that up to 10,000 research and manufacturing jobs could be tied to such a partnership. That includes aerospace assembly, materials research, advanced propulsion engineering, and long-term maintenance ecosystems. For Canada, procurement is not only about selecting a fighter. It is about shaping decades of industrial strategy and technological independence. A diversified supply base reduces reliance on a single dominant partner, and aligns engineering priorities more closely with Canada's geographic realities. Training and operational doctrine would also evolve. Pilots launching from remote northern bases gain hands-on experience managing real sub-zero takeoffs, magnetic distortions, and unpredictable polar weather. Over time, this experience feeds directly into NATO knowledge sharing and Arctic defense planning. The broader geopolitical picture cannot be ignored. As climate change alters northern shipping routes and resource access, global interest in Arctic corridors continues to grow. Rapid response capability in extreme cold becomes more than a technical achievement. It becomes a strategic asset. Everything traces back to that freezing chamber in Derby, where 93 seconds under minus 52 degrees Celsius demonstrated what is possible when propulsion engineering prioritizes Arctic readiness from day one. The collaboration between British propulsion specialists and Swedish airframe designers offers a model of how targeted innovation can align with national sovereignty goals. For Canada, the question is no longer whether Arctic conditions are extreme. They always have been. The real question is which platform is built to treat that extreme environment not as a limitation, but as its natural operating ground. Thanks for watching Scharlet Drive, and see you next time. Share your experiences and opinions in the comments below. If you found this discussion enlightening, don't forget to subscribe to Scharlet Drive for the latest news and insights.
10,000 research and manufacturing jobs could land in Canada if Ottawa adds the Swedish fighter jet to its military fleet.
What we designed a system for is actually to be able to withstand the extreme max in terms of cold, so minus 40, minus 45.
We, as Saab, we are prepared to do that technology transfer to Canada.
Gripen E operates with a new agile architecture system, which allows the aircraft to be upgraded with new tactics and new capabilities seamlessly.